Foundations of jurisdiction, public versus private. I haven't really spoken on jurisdiction, specifically with regards to an entire episode or an entire show here on High Frequency Radio Network. So I felt it's only proper. This is going to be a laid-back topic. I'm looking for, if you have something to say with regards to jurisdiction, definitely press 1. I just wanted to chop it up and really lay some foundational principles that I have, deduced through my studies, experience, and interaction with, different jurisdictional elements as I've done business both privately and publicly in my life. What is jurisdiction? I mean, I can pull out a law dictionary. I'm not going to do that. Why? Because I want to keep it basic. I want to lay the foundation. Jurisdiction is basically domain, dominion. What is dominion? Control. So basically, your home is your jurisdiction. You pay the bills. Jurisdiction is, tell you someone they can leave or how it's done. I know you used to like to say, take your shoes off before you come in the house. It's my house, my jurisdiction. I mean, it's just an example he uses. He doesn't really talk to people like that. He's a complete gentleman when you come to his house. He's definitely a host. But, it's just an example. So jurisdiction is, control over a specific area, whether it be a fictitious area or a real area, like actual land. It involves title and control. And in a basic sense, it's the differences between areas that are controlled by other nations, corporate bodies, or people. Like if I walk into your yard, I'm walking into your jurisdiction. I could be effectively trespassing. A lot of people in law don't like to, speak of jurisdiction when it comes to us, but because it makes, spark off different ideas. But I understand that bottom line, the jurisdiction is the area for which you control beyond anyone else. Which brings me to one of my favorite public and private breakdowns. So these are 2 different documents for 1 page. Very simple. I did go to highfrequencyradionetwork.com and went to the PDF section. I did not see them on there. I know Yusuf has been updating the site. Matter of fact, Yusuf is constantly updating the site. If you go to the site, you know what I'm talking about. But I did not see them on there. So you can email me, admin@welcometothefoundation.com. I will send them to you. I do not have them hosted, and they are not hosted on Welcome to the Foundation. Otherwise, I would have just put the link in the description on Blog Talk or in the chat room or whatever. Once again, just email me, put in jurisdiction documents. I will email them to you straight off. You don't have to say anything. Just put that in the header, in the subject line. So I'm dealing with the public and private breakdown in the Constitution for the United States of America breakdown. Both of these I got from High Frequency. Most of the, studies I've done and the information I've gotten has been from High Frequency. And I'm not anyone to pretend that the majority of the, at least initial start and information basis that I got was from High Frequency Radio Network. So both of these documents were at one point available on highfrequencyradionetwork.com. I didn't see them. I'm not saying they're not there because I don't know, but I didn't see them. But if you would like them, email me, put jurisdiction in the subject line of the email, and I will send them to you. They're both 1 page. It's very simple. This is public and private, and it breaks down law. And law is the rules, specific jurisdictions. So you have an area whether real, material, or immaterial, that is ruled by a particular ruler, just like in your house. So in your house, that's your jurisdiction, so there is law that comes along with, the rules of your house. Y'all know what I'm talking about. So how law breaks down is evident. It has been evident and has been deduced by learned minds, individuals, male and female, both. The principles of natural law, the 7 principles of natural law, overall. And while I'm going to keep going while I look for that, because I definitely want to tell y'all the 7 principles. But it's vibration correspondence. It's it's in Proverbs 9:1, Kabbalion. These principles that have been deduced from nature, that are obviously observation, the laws of nature. So whoever, whatever, created, this world and everything in it, instills certain and specific laws with regards to the workings. Correct? This is the, natural law. The laws of the natural universe, as well as the natural world that we see before us, manifested in nature. The creative essences of nature, the gender of nature, the vibration, the cycles of nature, so on and so forth. These happen whether or not humans exist on this planet. There's natural cycles, and the beings on the planet are subject to those natural cycles. Okay, so this would be natural law. And in this jurisdiction, the jurisdiction of the Creator, which means you're going to die, basically. Plain and simple as I can say, one day I'm going to die. There's nothing I can do about it. That is outside of my jurisdiction. Those laws of nature and the natural processes of the body that I inhabit, or the body that those laws are outside of my power, just like all of us. So that's natural law. That's the jurisdiction that we are all subject to, period. The laws of nature. And we all succumb to the laws of nature and the natural principles and the 7 principles of that law, whether we know it or not. Now break that down into positive law. Positive law is man-made law. Man, made male or female, to be technical, are the trustees of natural law, the trustees of the natural world. Neither did we create this, nor do we control it. We're stewards, we're trustees. If we do control, we control for the benefit of. First and foremost, trust, ever created. This law, body of law, is the jurisdiction of man. We all get together, we agree on stuff, or we disagree on stuff. Either way, we figure it out, right? We got procedural law and remedial law, remedies and procedures. Procedures for enforcing rights and methods for enforcing rights and duties, and for obtaining redress, and remedial law, that which affords remedy as remedial statute. Substantive law, the part of law that creates, defines, and regulates rights, including, for example, the law of contracts. Natural law, positive law, contract law. This body of law would be the rules of a specific jurisdiction, contract jurisdiction. Natural law, the rules of the specific jurisdiction, the creator's jurisdiction. Positive law, the rules of man's jurisdiction. trustees of natural law. The law of substance, substantive law, which is the part of law that creates, defines, and regulates rights, including, for example, the law of contracts, torts, wills, and real property. The essential substance of rights under law, substance. Contract is law, contract jurisdiction. Hierarchy of jurisdiction, foundations of jurisdiction, public versus private. Three down the chain. Public law, third. This is fourth down the chain of jurisdiction, the chain of jurisdiction. Public law, the body of law dealing with the relations between private individuals and the government, and with structure and operation of the government itself. The structure and operation of government itself is public law, governmental agencies, entities, strawmen, and the like, corporations, LLCs, blase blah, and blase bees. Fourth lowest order of jurisdiction. Public law, constitutional law, criminal law, administrative law, international law, commercial law, commerce, commercial jurisdiction. We also got private law. This is the body of law dealing with private persons and their private property. Contract law, tort law, status law, and property law. Well, that's the obverse of the reverse, the flip side of the coin, the night to the day, or the day to the night of public law is private law. Now, contractual law, substantive law, the law of substance. You can definitely contract under man's law into an inferior jurisdiction. And that's what we talk about. That's what I talk about. Because ultimately, it's really about jurisdiction. Jurisdiction is paramount. Especially when it comes to title. Titling property. Titling assets. Titling income. You ever thought about titling income? Let's talk about this for a second. How do we title income? What are you talking about? So, title income. How do you title income? When you do business and you fill out the W whatever 4, you get a new job. Isn't that name and that number claiming title to the income, which would be generated from this contractual situation? Whether W-2 employee contract or 1099 contractor, it's a contractual situation. When you're dealing with public law, you're dealing with criminal law, when you're dealing with administrative law, when you're dealing with international law, when you're dealing with commercial law, you're dealing with specific entities with which you are administering to title, property, and income. I'm not an attorney, I'm not a lawyer. I'm not giving legal advice. This is my opinion. But when you're dealing with public law, when it comes to the hierarchy of law, it's below contract law. It's lower than contract law. Rights including, for example, law of contracts, torts, wills, and real property. The essential substance of rights under law. Substantive law. I'm a person, I guess. man, human, dude, brother, guy. You know what I'm saying, though? Like you can touch me. You can hear the vibrations of my vocal cords, regardless of the medium, and understand that there's life behind them. You know, substantiated on this earth am I, so L, manifested. A trustee of natural law, am I not? So I'm going to deal in substantive law. I'm going to deal with contract law. Article 1, Section 10 of the Constitution in part states that no state shall pass any law impairing the obligation of contracts. Why does it say that? Because, in my opinion, it understands jurisdiction. The framers of the Constitution, the writers, the creators of the Constitution, understood jurisdiction, understood that public law, which is constitutional law, criminal law, administrative law, international law, and commercial law, has no jurisdiction when it comes to contracts. Because contract substantive law is a superior jurisdiction. Contract law. Contracts will be made outside of the public. Contracts were being made before the public existed. So when we're dealing with constitutional law, criminal law, constitutional amendments, the 14th Amendment, citizens, I don't know. You can talk about whether it was properly ratified or not. I don't really care. Bottom line, it created what? Okay, then. And then is that not what's used to do commerce, to do business or something? Right? I mean, think about it. You know, I go back to saying that the birth certificate has a state seal on the top of it. Who created it? Did your dad or your mom walk out the back room with your birth certificate? Or was it created and delivered to your custody by an agent on behalf of a state agency, a public agency or public entity created under public law, under the jurisdiction of the Constitution? Speaking of the Constitution, let's take it to like 7th, 8th grade. Separation of powers. 3 articles of the Constitution, correct? Article 1, Article 2, Article 3. I have a specific way of breaking it down. Those are the governing bodies, states of America. Right? They each have their independent and separate powers. Okay? They can create their own courts according to the Constitution. So they did. The legislative branch, legislation, the House, the Senate, so on and so forth, ultimately were given the ultimate power to coin and regulate commerce in the United States of America. The executive branch was given the power to take care of the state. Department of State, Department of the Treasury, Department of Defense, Department of Justice, the FBI, Department of the Interior, Department of Agriculture, Department of Commerce, Department of Labor, Department of Health and Human Services, Department of Housing and Urban Development, Department of Transportation, Department of Energy, Department of Education, Department of Veteran Affairs, Department of Homeland Security, and the United States Secret Service. These are executive entities. And Article 3, Judicial Branch. Federal court deriving its jurisdiction from the United States Constitution. Article 3, Section 2 hears cases arising under the Constitution and the laws and treaties of the United States. Cases in which the United States is a party, and cases between states and between citizens of different states, also termed constitutional courts. They got their own courts. So within the specific branches of government, they control their own jurisdiction. Please understand that the legislative branch of government controls commerce. Now, there's a Department of Commerce in the executive branch. But please believe that department is working for the same United States of America as the legislative branch is. Coin and print money and regulate the distribution, use, and so on the taxes thereof. Lay taxes, so on and so forth. The Internal Revenue Service is a part of the legislative branch. Commerce, all commerce, banking, buying of goods and services. The buying and selling of goods and services is regulated by one branch. Delegated powers under the Constitution of 3, and that's the jurisdiction. And the Secretary of State thereof. And every state regulates commerce. And that's just a fact. So in my opinion, when it comes to jurisdiction, we want to do business with entities that are superior to the commercial jurisdiction. A, because it's only one branch of government, and B, because they regulate everything thereof. Now, Article 1, the legislative branch, has also created the federal United States, which, is federal. Some people could say it's corporation. Some people say it's de facto. I just deal with the law. And I understand in the law that Article 1, Section 8, Clause 17 the Constitution states the legislature is authorized to create a separate entity entitled the United States. United States Code Title 28, Section 3002, in parentheses 15, defines the United States as a corporation. The corporation has ultimate authority over all territories under its jurisdiction and exercises legislative, executive, and judicial powers over its jurisdiction, which makes complete sense to me. My father was the judge, jury, and executioner in his jurisdiction. There would be witnesses. My brother would tell on me. Someone would snitch. Just playing. My mom would tell on me. Someone would tell on me. He would hear the testimony. He would make a decision. He would decide what was going to happen, and he would carry it out. No one could tell him that he couldn't do that. I mean, now, the state and child services can make certain claims and unrebutted. They stand as facts. But I would go so far as to say that my father would be ignorant to those facts, so they would be unrebutted, so they would stand as facts. But, seriously, no one was going to tell him how he was going to administer justice and serve out that justice in his home. It just didn't happen. So that makes complete sense to me that, the legislative branch that's dealing with commerce, when it comes to commerce, it's the judge, jury, and executioner. It has legislative power. It has executive power over the administrative agencies. And it has judicial power. When I read the Department of State, Department of Treasury, Department of Defense, Department of Justice, when I read all those, that's under the federal executive branch, which was created under the legislative power of Congress. They definitely create the codes and regulations with regards to commerce. They definitely have the executive power and have the administrative agencies and can have a president over, the commercial transactions, Congress. And it can definitely have judicial power over what goes on in that, commercial Article 1 jurisdiction. That's why everyone in prison over interstate commerce charge. That's why anyone who got a federal charge heard that interstate commerce charge, and that has to be proven, substantiated by the prosecutor. Certain things with regards to interstate commerce. Gun charges, hands down, are most always interstate commerce charges. The buying and selling of a good in between different states, because more than likely that was not manufactured in the state of California or Texas or whatever. So, pretty much that's it. I don't know. I'll open up the phone lines, 424-222-5250 if you'd like to call in if you're listening live. Also, you can call in 563-999-3625. Actually, I'm going to just stop using the other number because usage no longer uses that number from what I understand. And I'm going to get down with the get down. But public and private is important, especially in jurisdiction, and public and private coincide. And I definitely want to lay that this evening with regards to the foundation. I definitely wanted to, convey my understanding to you all. And I tend to simplify things, but maybe simple's good, especially when you're trying to build foundational principles and build upon foundational principles. Hopefully, was able to bring some stuff home for you. And definitely welcome any comments. I'll just press 1. But real quick, definitely want to say, welcome to thefoundation.com. Sign up for the email list. There's stuff that I don't speak about in the public. Actually, there's a lot of stuff I don't speak about in the public. Anyone who's dealt with me in the private understands that. It's apparent. So there's going to be, stuff that's going to be disseminated to the email list as it gets up and running. And furthermore, you can email me at admin@welcometothefoundation.com. I definitely do business in private. I'm an educator. I'm a trainer. But I'm not soliciting anything, just putting you on the game, letting you know some information, you decide. I haven't said it in a while, and I really wanted to touch on it real quick. I think it's very important to save in hard assets. Saving in a savings account, in a bank, or in a currency like a dollar bills, $100 bills, you put it in a shoebox or something. It's really still a risk. And to really point that out, in the last recession when the housing market bubble popped, the vast majority of Americans lost about between 40 and 50% of their retirement because the retirement was denominated in 401ks, which denominated in stocks and bonds, which is tied to the value of the dollar. And that's how wealth is stolen. And how can we set up multi-generational wealth if the value of what we're storing that wealth in is being stolen slowly but surely? $100, a basket of goods, like you go to the grocery store 10 years ago. $100 bill, you buy the stuff and you walk out. So today, that same amount of stuff that you could get 10 years ago, whether it's the grocery store, I don't care, any store, the equivalent is going to cost you about $148. And that's ridiculous to me. And that just goes to show the theft is happening before us. The theft is happening before our eyes. And there's really, nothing you can do about it if you're allowing your savings and major holdings to be tied up in dollar-denominated assets. Whether you've got dollar bills or you've got stocks that you bought with the dollar bills, bonds that you bought with the dollar bills that pay out in dollar bills. The dollar is at a low, its lowest has been in over a year, 13 months I think it was. And, to me it's becoming unacceptable as an exchange for my energy more and more as things go on. I want to say this, jurisdiction, and I probably, it doesn't matter. Jurisdiction covers, encompasses, assimilates, and incorporates every type and kind of judicial action. Judicial actions, authoritative actions, and issues involving justice and the administration of justice and matters of rights of parties, rights of property, and judicial. Thus, judicial acts involve the exercising of judicial powers to render decisions of discretion or of judgment. In organized government, judicial powers are delegated by the constitutional law to specified and oath-bound judicial officers only. The title that attends such judicial officers is called, judge, police officer, and of the like. There are three types of jurisdiction: authority, power, and control, and they are personam jurisdiction, subject matter jurisdiction, and territorial jurisdiction. Subject matter jurisdiction. Now let's start with personam jurisdiction. Personam jurisdiction with regards to the person, legal person, let's say that, recognized to do business in the commercial realm. Legal person is, an individual taxpayer. All right? Personam, power to subject the person to the jurisdiction. That's number one. Well, the person was created by the state. The state of. So with regards to that person, I do believe the state has jurisdiction. If we're assimilating to these persons and assimilating property to these persons, we're giving up jurisdiction. Subject matter refers to the jurisdiction or power delegated to a judge or court to rule or render decisions in particular class of cases. So depending on the body or the subject, matter jurisdiction, specific courts can adjudicate matters dealing with persons or parties. How would that jurisdiction, with regards to subject matter, be adjudicated? I guess, I don't know, if you already have personam jurisdiction, wouldn't you have subject matter jurisdiction? Because the subject is a creation of the state. And finally, territorial, which really boils down to everything that I really wanted to encompass. If it was created in a specific jurisdiction, and that jurisdiction has territorial jurisdiction. So if it's created by the state or legislation enacted by the state or falls under the jurisdiction of a legislation enacted by the state, then there's territorial jurisdiction. But there are other entities that are recognized to do business in the commercial legislative jurisdiction of the United States. They may not give up such jurisdictional aspects and powers. Obviously, those would be entities that were created outside of the United States or without the United States, to get legally precise. Without meaning not having any association or derivation of any legislation within the United States. Territorial jurisdiction, I mean, if you're dealing with an entity that was created outside the jurisdiction of the United States but does come into the territory of the United States to do business, then it would make sense to me through deductive reasoning that there's only certain specific territorial jurisdiction that is being imposed basically wherever that entity has to be responsible for. So if you're doing business with Federal Reserve notes, there's definitely a responsibility. I ain't trying to go too deep. I ain't trying to go too far. I'm gonna have to end the show early this time. I'm sorry. I do have some things I got to take care of, but that's not before I'll bring in a couple callers. Sorry, I apologize for the rant. I thought it was pertinent. I trust it was pertinent. I'm still looking. I might have to, look this up real quick. I think jurisdiction is important. Actually, I know jurisdiction is important. I'm not going to get into an argument with anyone. I don't argue with people. I let people believe what they want or know what they would like. And I keep it moving, honestly. I'm sorry, I'm kind of distracted right now. I know that jurisdiction is important, and the understanding of jurisdiction is the most important. Because if we don't have a proper understanding of jurisdiction, how can we navigate properly with regards to jurisdiction? Overall, understanding jurisdiction is paramount with regards to the administration of commercial entities, whether public or private, or the administration of private entities in the public for private gain. The 7 principles of nature that have been deduced, and I told y'all I would give you all these. The principle of mentalism, that everything is mind before you do anything, before anything happens, before anything is able to be created, it must exist in the mind. The principle of correspondence, the principle of vibration. Everything vibrates. The principle of polarity. There are polar opposites, 2 sides. Opposites are identical in nature. They're different in degree. Extremes meet. All paradoxes may be reconciled. The principle of rhythm. Everything is manifested and measured in motion. There's a to and fro, a flow, an inflow, a swing back and forward, pendulum-like movement. Cause and effect. For every cause, there's an effect. For every effect, there's a cause. And there's no such thing as chance. The principle of gender. Gender is manifested in everything that we see. Plants have gender. Male plants, female plants. Animals have gender. Male and female animals. Humans, I guess, are included in under animals. There's male and female humans. These being, the 7 natural laws or the 7 universal laws. It does be in the highest jurisdiction. Bottom line. Welcome to the foundation.com. Sign up for the email list, y'all. PDF section is coming. I'm going to put a whole bunch of stuff up there. I want to meet cats like me. Cats who just study. Cats who don't really have any logical excuse not to study, so they do what they got to do. PDF section is going to be popping. Welcome to the foundation.com. Sign up for the email list. Email list is going to be live, definitely. I'm going to really get at that. You can find the Facebook page. I would appreciate it if you like the Facebook page. There's articles and information and stuff that goes up that would not otherwise make it on the show. The show needs to be concise. I could probably talk about news, current events, different things that are going on in society, in the country, and different, parts of the countries, different regions, so on and so forth. So, like the Facebook page, it's the foundation. Welcome to the foundation. Type that in. You can find it. If not, go to welcometothefoundation.com. And definitely, hit like. Share it with your friends. Share it with your people. And that's really, why these websites going up. Why we, still broadcast from Blog Talk Radio because of archives to podcast. Facebook page, Instagram, Twitter. This is also, it can be shared. The information needs to be shared. It's very important. It's paramount. These things are rarely talked about, but very important every day. And through awareness becomes mastery. Through mastery becomes control. And through control becomes success. And from success, we can move into becoming significant. And that's what I'm trying to do and be here on highfrequencyradionetwork.com. Here on High Frequency Radio Network. Trying to do some significant work. So, all the, the email list is for you. The website's for you. Facebook page is for you. Twitter page is for you. Instagram page is for you. All these things are for you. And I'm doing this for you so to make it easier for you to get it across to people that use these things and use these platforms and these mediums of communication so that we can all get the word out. I need your help getting the word out. If you trust me, you understand what I'm saying to be true, bear witness, spread the word. Each one teach one is one of our responsibilities. And not just our families. That's off top. And we know that. Got a couple minutes left. I'll go to the phone line. I appreciate y'all, I really do. I feel, responsible and required to keep up what I'm doing. And not only for myself, but, to keep up what I'm doing for y'all so I can keep updating. And not only that, just, continue to bring you raw information. Doing business privately isn't as, it's not as spooky as, people make it look out to be, People make it appear. It's not as hard, it's not as tough. It requires a specific understanding. But through the process of, going private, as feasible as possible. People are doing it every day. And you can too. Hit me up, admin at welcometothefoundation.com. That's all I'm saying, y'all. I'm going to go to the phone lines. What is it? 563-999-3625. Once again, 563-999-3625. We're already in the caller queue. Press 1 if you want to interact. Holler at me. Cuss me out. I'm a big man. I can take it. First caller. What's the deal? What's the deal?
What's the deal? What's the deal? It's Dal from Brownsville. So, peace. It's always a pleasure hearing you. I'm going to let everybody say hello to you, too. I'm going to listen, always. I'm going to let you take the next caller. But anyway, yeah, you got to know your place. You got to know your place. And your father showed you your place. You got to know your place in business, in jurisdiction. But anyway, I'll be talking to you next week. I'm going to let you take the next caller. Peace, Soel. How you been, Soel? How you been?
I've been well.
All right?
Things, life is good, keeping it moving,
That's
doing
good.
my dance,
That's good. One thing, I know a lot of people get confused with their league is, the straw man and all that stuff. And I guess they gotta know that, that's sometimes they're all the same thing. Not sometimes, but they're all the same thing. But I'm gonna let you take the next caller because I know you ain't got that much time. And I'll be speaking to you, Soel, all right? Peace.
No problem, man. Peace. Talk to you soon.
All right. Okay.
Thank you for calling in. I appreciate it. I really do. That's if y'all didn't know the deal, that's Dale from Brownsville. He been down, since day one. Here on the foundation. High frequency radio network.com. Next caller 205-0377. Peace. What's your name? Where you calling from?
What it is, it's your boy Mellow Bay, bro, down south.
Peace, Brother Mello. How you doing, man?
Man, out here in the grind, working, man, soul popping and trying to get back to the business, aspect, you know what I mean?
Yeah, sometimes you got to get down to get up, man. Don't feel too bad. We all.
Yeah, I had to double up on it, man. Couldn't get one, got to get two just to make one decent one. You feel me?
Yeah, it's like that right now too, all over.
Yeah, but I be telling individuals though, the true creativity that comes from yourself, So just tap into the untapped energy of what you good at, man. We all good at something, so that's just one of my things that I share with individuals on the break. Just trying to tap in to see who got what, who doing what, man. So we can combine something, probably, put something together, man. Create a website, a service, or something. So, the topic, the discussion always gonna be that at some point. So, dropping the jewels, man. Keep doing what you're doing, bro. I got some things on the list. I gotta get with you to knock them off too. Me and the Queen, we tuning in. So at the same time we building up, mentally. At the same time while trying to take care of the household and the children and transitioning. So just keep doing what you're doing. I definitely got you, man. We gonna get here. We've been having some internet, technical. So we're gonna get with you though. So just let you know, I'm here though. I'm still here, bro.
Man, I'm glad keep it moving. I'm glad you're still here. For sure. Peace to the Queen, and whenever. I'm here to serve, man. My pleasure.
Yes, sir. Indeed. Thanks a lot, bro. I think my brother on the phone too, if you can hear me. Now the call dropped. He was on 3-way. He out there, he doing a gig with the trucking, so he's somewhere in Missouri right now. But you know what I'm saying, we definitely got some things in motion. We got some plans when he get home too as well. You know, we looking for some other things. So we got offers too. People been offering this land. They got land. I gotta go talk to a brother sometime tomorrow. He got about 3-4 acres that's being unhandled. So I might have some guidelines and steps to him where we can present something to the city, you know what I'm saying, and probably show something and get some grants to work or something like that, put some people to work, you know what I'm saying, bring something in the community.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we definitely got to talk about that. That. So,
no doubt.
Yeah, man, just keep grinding, man, and hit me up. Hit me up soon. Thanks for calling in.
I got you. I'm gonna try to give the Queen night, see if we can. I'm gonna jump on and see what's up with the frequency, man. I'm gonna email you sometime at night, man, and go ahead and just send you a word on some what I'm trying to do, and I'll probably just keep you tuned in.
All right, man. That's what's up, man. Appreciate it.
I
look forward to the email.
All right, peace, man. Peace.
All right, man. Peace. Real talk. Sometimes, and I've definitely had to do it. Sometimes you got to get down to get up. And I'm a perfectionist, so I'll beat myself up about it, but it's honorable, man. So, shout out to everybody, male or female, queen or god, queen or king, that sometimes you got to, live how most people won't. So then eventually you can, live like most people can't. So, shout out to the grinders and the gritters. 347-2088. Peace. What's your name? Where you calling from?
God bless you, Soul L. This is Daryl from Brownville, Sister Yvette Garner. Peace to the community, peace to the God, sir. How are you this evening?
I'm doing very well, Sister Yvette. How are you? Peace.
I'm blessed and highly favored. I'm listening to you tonight, and I was running to get to the phone tonight because I said I got to listen to the program because it's getting to the point now. It's a hunger for the knowledge, and it's a hunger for the honesty. And what I say to the community and what I say to you, too much that is given to you, much is required. It's not an easy fight. It's not an easy road. It's not smooth. It's going to be a lot of bumps, bruises, stumbling blocks. And like I said, crabs, when you see that one crab trying to get up, the other crabs are going to try to pull you down. But you know what I'm learning? When your heart is right, the ancestors will always guard you and keep pushing you and elevating you to another level. Where one door shuts, there's always many more doors that open. You don't get discouraged because, see, even if people don't call in, they're listening. They're listening because the adversary will put people to say so many negative things and do so many negative things to discourage you and take you off what the ancestors has designed for you to do. And what I'm learning as I'm going through, because I've been following you for a while, and I'm learning. And when people are genuine and they have a good heart, they do things for you without looking for anything in return. When people have an ulterior motive for greed that is not meant for them to have, but because of their greed and they don't care who they step on, they don't prosper. You keep doing the right thing because the doors is going to open. People are out here grinding, they're listening, they're getting their pennies together because when we work, we're getting pennies. But we're not trying to stay at that area where we're legalized slaves. My thing is, if we're going to work for ourselves. We're going to work for our communities. We're going to work within the private community. And sometimes you got to reach back and grab somebody else that you think is slipping and try to pull them with you. So you don't get discouraged. You keep doing what you do because, like I said, I was running to listen to the program, and it's been a regular. If I have anything to do on Wednesdays now, I don't even bother. I'm like, no, don't call me. Don't ask me to go out. Don't ask me. I got to go listen to the radio. I got to go listen because it's knowledge. I'm learning. Because people send you in so many directions. They tell you about the strong man, authenticating this, doing that, and then it's like they're just sending you the wrong ways for a profit. It's not always about a profit. When you're doing the right thing, everything falls into place and you prosper. And like I always tell people, be careful of the people you entertain, because the very ones that you're shunning or not helping might be the very ones that come and bless your charities and your trust with millions of dollars. So you keep doing the right thing. You keep spreading the good word, and you keep doing the information. And I thank you for the email, the quick response the other night. You keep doing the right thing. Peace to you, the blessings of God upon you and your family and all your businesses and everything you lay your hand to, let it be increased 1,000-fold. God bless you, Sawdell. Peace to the community. Have a blessed evening.
Thank you, sister. I appreciate you, and thanks for calling in. Have a great night. Peace to you.
You too. Peace.
All right, y'all. I'm feeling the love. But, I'm also appreciative. And I'm steadfast. I'm going to keep doing it. I'm going to keep coming every Wednesday here on High Frequency Radio Network. I'm going to keep coming with, what I understand to be important to the people around me. I see my brothers and sisters every day, and in every way. I am my brother and my sister. Not necessarily can say I'm your keeper. I definitely got your back, and I got love for my people. But I know I'm not responsible. I'm responsible for what I do, and you're responsible for what you do. I just want to make it possible for you to do something different, my people. And that's why I bring the foundation every single Wednesday. Well, maybe not every single. I'm just keeping it real. But I love y'all. And I will be here next week for another episode of The Foundation. I'm thinking about maybe going in on starting your business, maybe do another, not the same start your business tomorrow, but maybe just go over it and drop some jewels with regards to business credit, some nuances, step on a couple toes. A lot of people make money off of that. So, yakets. But I don't know. I've been getting some emails with regards to topics that people are interested in. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I really want to know what y'all want to hear. So email me, admin@welcometothefoundation.com, and let me know what you want to hear. Let me know if you think a current event is relevant. Let me know if you would like to do business in the private and invest in your private education. Let me know if what I'm doing is whack and you feel like I need to stop. I'm not going to listen to you, but, I'm taking in advising it. But ultimately, I'll do this for y'all. And the feedback and the interaction just makes me want to work harder. It makes me want to do more. So I encourage you. I hope you encourage you. That's why I got the email list. We got the welcometothefoundation.com. Welcome to the Foundation on Twitter, on Facebook, and as well as on Instagram. Definitely get at me. And High Frequency Radio Network, get at us. I want to say peace. Appreciate you. I want to say, have a great remainder of your weekend. It's Wednesday. It's almost done. Enjoy yourself. Be good to yourself. And be good to those who are around you, because no one that cares about you and loves you wants to disappoint you. And if they are, it's just a lack of something in themselves, and it has nothing to do with you. So be empathetic. Understand that, people who care about you ain't really trying to disappoint you. And if they do, it makes them feel bad and embarrassed. And on top of that, we be going in on each other. So let's think about that. And next week, I'll be here. HighFrequencyRadioNetwork.com. Welcome to thefoundation.com. Peace.
Doing this thing all the way live. High Frequency Radio.